Hey, what's going on everyone? This is G and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video we're going to try Smith's cheese bread. So this is a Rebel Moon promotion. I did do the double crunch and I haven't got around to doing the cheese bread. They also have a roast beef and garlic herb, but I'll do that in another video. But we'll focus on the cheese bread. So I'll leave the nutrition information on screen for you if you're interested in taking a look. Also, I'll leave the ingredients on screen if you want to pause and go through that. But like always, we'll go through the basic ingredients. So potatoes, 60%. So this has cheese powder, it has natural colour, rosemary extract. So yeah, basically the only thing really that we're focusing on, I guess, is the cheese powder. And it has a few other little bits in here to hopefully give it some flavour. But we'll bust this open and we'll have a look. So this is what they look like. So Smith's does some nice big chunky crinkle cut chips. But let's give it a bit of a funkin' hungry sniff sniff. To be honest, all I'm really getting from this is kind of like an original or a ready salted or whatever you call it in your country. Basically a salty chip. But let's see if I'm a salty chip after I eat these. Or let's see if I will be quite pleased with the cheese bread. But this is what they look like. You get some nice big crinkle cut chips in here. But let's give it a try. This is the Smith's cheese bread flavour. Cheers. Give me the wrong bag. Did they put the wrong chips in this? Because this just tastes like salted chips, which I do love. But where's the cheese flavour? Where is it? Cheese flavour, cheese bread, where are you? Oh, here. Apparently this is Veldt Farmhouse cheese bread. I did watch Rebel Moon. I was pretty bored and it was kind of hard to pay attention and watch. And then all of a sudden it got good near the end and it finished. So, I don't know if I want to see part 2, to be honest. Part 1 was enough. Anyway, speaking of part 2, let's have a couple more of these chips. And then I'll give them a rating. Seriously, does this even have cheese on it? I feel like I've got a little bit of cheese flavour, but it might have just been my mind playing tricks on me. Might have to give this a bit of a funkin' hungry lick. But you're going to have to pay for the OnlyFans to see that kind of content. So I'll do that off camera. Okay, so I don't know what kind of cheese bread they have on the Rebel Moon. But yeah, after I gave it a bit of a funkin' hungry lick, I could taste some cheese. But it's very subtle. But I kind of like it. It's funny. So these are kind of like an original chip. Or as I say, already salted or plain. Some of you may know it as, but basically an original, a salty chip. And it's got a very slight bit of cheese on it. It's so slight that I had a few of them and I couldn't even really taste it. But when I gave it a bit of, you know, a French kiss, then I could taste the cheese. But as I said, I kind of like that. I kind of like that very subtle cheese flavour. Most people going into this are going to expect cheese bread to be having a huge cheese flavour. You know, it does have cheese powder in it. I'll read the back of this to see if it helps. A delicacy perfected by the farmers of Veldt, or however you say it. Their rustic cheese bread has become a symbol and celebration of the moon's precious resources. The exact recipe has remained a well-guarded secret passed only between generations of farmers until now. So I think what they're trying to say is this is a batch of original, like, you know, salty chips and they just sprinkled a bit of cheese powder on it. Okay, after having a few more, there definitely is some cheese in there. So the front flavour is quite a strong, salty potato flavour. And then just right at the back, you know, not even, you know, right at the back, not even in the back seat of the spaceship, you know, in the boot of the spaceship, maybe even holding onto the back of the spaceship, travelling light speed, there's just that little bit of hint of a cheese flavour. But I actually do quite like it. This is actually quite a nice chip. But as I'm saying, if you're expecting a huge cheese flavour, you know, stick to like cheese and onion or whatever. So it doesn't have much of a cheese flavour, but I do like that salty flavour with that little just hint of cheese in the background. So my rating for Smith's Rebel Moon cheese bread, I'm going to have to give them a 7.5 out of 10. Because I really like that salty flavour with that sort of mellow little bit of cheese in the background. But I basically have explained it to you, you know, if you want a huge cheese flavour, this isn't it. You know, this isn't going to satisfy you. If you want a huge cheese punch, it's just going to be like, you know, like basically a baby poking you. That's the amount of cheese flavour that you get. And my price rating for these, so it's about $4.80 for Smiths these days, which it is a fairly big bag of chips. You know, we're all struggling. We all know prices are ridiculous these days, but I'll give them, for the $4.80, I'll give them a 4.8 out of 10 for a price rating. Let me know in the comments below if you tried Smith's Rebel Moon promotion. So I did the double crunch on the channel already, so we've done the cheese bread, and I'll be doing the roast beef basically after this video. I'm just going to bust it open and give that one a bit of a sniff and a taste. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with what I've said about the cheese bread. Did you get a huge cheese flavour? Was you disappointed in the lack of cheese? Let me know, but me personally, I liked that really strong salty flavour with a little bit of cheese in the background. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Funkin' Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.